All right, if you're looking for a home in an area like this,
Shame.
we got the town that you should check out while you're making your move to Colorado. Guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Tim Cameron, your host for Everything Denver, Colorado, where we talk all things real estate related around the Denver metro area, including all the amazing suburbs around Denver. Really, when you guys are thinking of a move here, hit me up. I would love to be your realtor on your relocation to Colorado. Wherever you may be in the country, Colorado's got a perfect neighborhood that would fit you just right. So make sure you call, text, or email. I got your back on all things Denver real estate. Okay, Larkspur, Colorado. Where is it? We're about 25 miles south of Denver. We're actually just south of Castle Rock here on the I-25 corridor. You'll notice Larkspur is an exit right before you get to the town of Monument would be the next largest town, and then you're moving into the Colorado Springs area. So Larkspur is kind of just the last outskirts of maybe Denver Metro. Monument would be the first outskirts of, say, Colorado Springs metro area. Now, Larkspur is a very small town. You're not going to have a lot of amenities or things that are actually within the town of Larkspur. It's kind of just one exit off the freeway, and it's mainly residential areas. Now, you're not going to have maybe your traditional suburban neighborhoods. A lot of this is more rural, more forested, and homes that were built into the mountainside in a couple of areas like Perry Park. But something that's made this area very desirable is the fact that you're surrounded by nature. You have a lot of trees and wooded areas, and it's a nice place to get a spot on some acreage away from the Denver metro area while still having the convenience of only being 40 minutes from the Denver metro. So when I said Larkspur is pretty small, I meant it. You just have this one exit off the freeway that kind of leads into the heart of town, where you have a couple of restaurants, a couple of business buildings, and the post office, and a small park. Now the park is really cool. They got a lot of things for kids to do there. It's a big open space, and they also have things they put on during the 4th of July and Christmas time, different community events. So you do have very much a small community feel here in the Larkspur area, but it is going to be very small. All your shopping, you're going to have to go either up into Castle Rock or down into a place like Monument. And really for bars and restaurants, there's a couple in the Old Town Larkspur area, but for the most part, anything that you want to do shopping wise or eating out, restaurants and bars, you got to be commuting for that. So home prices in the Larkspur area, you're probably going to have a budget of around $1 million to $1.5 million for most of the homes in Larkspur. Now there are some options that are $750,000 to $1 million, but most of the homes that are going to be for sale in this area do come with acreage. They are larger homes, and they do have a lot of privacy and ruralness to them. And Larkspur is kind of a good balance of not being so far out there that you're away from everything, but you still have quiet rural neighborhoods. Another thing that makes Larkspur more desirable and has resulted in the increasing home prices is the fact that they have a lot of woods around, and it's and the geography is just a little bit more interesting than out on the eastern plains. When you get into towns like Elizabeth and Kiowa, Bennett and Strasburg on the east end of town, you're going to be in a lot of plains farmland type of environment. You're not going to have as many trees, as many valleys, as many hills and mountains. So Larkspur still keeps that Colorado feel of having the mountains nearby and different hiking and options available, and you have just a more mountain feel in Larkspur than you would in one of those other towns that are further on the east end of town. So recreation wise around Larkspur, you do have Dawson's Butte. That's a great place for horseback riding and just hiking in general. And even in the winter, you can do some snowshoeing there on the trails. You have the spot that I'm in now, this Columbine open space that's right down the street from Larkspur exit on I-25, as well as Devil's Head hiking area. That's a bit further north, just to the north of Castle Rock. But very beautiful area with amazing views of all of the surrounding Rockies. So one thing you'll notice as you come into Larkspur off of I-25 is the Jellystone campground. This is a really large resort style campground where they have some small, tiny houses for people to stay in, but they also have a lot of campsites, whether that be for campers, tents, or trailers coming in, and a huge water park, miniature golf course. Makes for a great place to take the family during the summer, to where you can really experience all of the old style campground features, but have a lot of newer amenities too with the large water park. The only downside to this campground is it's right on I-25, so it's going to be a bit noisy. Like, you're right on the freeway there, and the freeway does carry its own road noise. So here's kind of the pros and cons in a quick nutshell of Larkspur. The pros are you have a nice rural area, a nice wooded and private place to get away from some of the hustle and bustle of the congested urban areas while still not being too far out. Sometimes if you're looking for something that's more rural, you might be an hour and a half outside the Denver metro area. Here you're really about, since you're so close to I-25 most of the time, and we don't have a lot of congestion from this part of I-25 up into the South Denver area of Lone Tree, makes for a fairly quick commute. You're 40-45 minutes from that area most days. Now, an exception to that would be during the summer on the weekends. One thing that Larkspur is known for is the Colorado Renaissance Festival. It's a Renaissance Festival that they put on every weekend, nights and jousting and all the things associated with medieval times, and it's a huge tourist attraction and really backs up traffic in the Larkspur area. So during the summer, from like July through August, it can be a hassle to get into Larkspur, and that's why you got to know some of the back ways around, like Highway 121, Perry Park area, and different things like that. So when you're thinking of a move here, that's really why you got to reach out, because you might not know these things if you just go in, call somebody up and say, hey, I saw this house for sale, I'd like to buy it. You might not know all the surrounding history and the things that you got to watch out for when moving into a community like this. So I got your back on all these things. Make sure you call, text, or email, and we'll get you set up for success on your move out here. So something else that is a popular draw here in the Larkspur area, kind of butts up to the south end of Castle Rock, is this area of Keene's Ranch and the Bear Dance Golf Club. So you're going to have a lot of very upscale homes here, things that are custom built and in the $2 million plus range. And in the Keene's Ranch, you're going to be looking at $1 million plus, 5-acre lots, but very, very beautiful area. Guys, as you can see from some of the drone footage, Larkspur is a very heavily wooded area. You do have more of a mountain feel, although you're not going to have like the mountain views as far as like when you're sitting this close into the foothills. The views outside your back window or from your deck are generally going to be of the forest and not like of the mountain range, like you might get if you're set a little bit further to the east in like Castle Rock or Parker or Castle Pines or something like that. So there you have it, guys. Larkspur, one of Colorado's not so well known, best kept secrets here just outside the Denver metro area. Has a lot to offer in terms of peace, serenity, quietness, beautiful surroundings. Not so much to offer in the terms of amenities, things to do, close by shopping and restaurants, but it could be the perfect place for you if you're looking for something that's a little bit further out there that has horse property or a spot for goats and chickens. You can definitely have it out there. We can find the perfect place for you, whether it's Larkspur, Elizabeth, or one of the other amazing rural towns around Colorado. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share this with somebody you know is making a move out to Colorado.